Referee Jay Furness, and we have Kaylen Johnson from the Dungeon Gym up in Newcastle and Josh Roberts from Liverpool. So here we go, Sunderland versus Liverpool.
Yeah, the Dungeon Gym, a really good gym. I spent a bit of time in Denmark with the guys. Very, very good, well-rounded gym.
Yeah,
superb jiu-jitsu guys as well.
Very, very good jiu-jitsu. Aaron Nesbitt in the corner, black belt jiu-jitsu.
Well, we've got Kieran Lister fighting for the title tonight as well against Antonio Sheldon,
that's right,
which for me will be one of the amateur fights of the year.
I think that's going to be, that's a fight of the night written all over it. But here at the moment, we have Kaylen Johnson with his back to the fence. Josh Roberts.
Great takedown there.
Josh Roberts launches him to the ground.
Great top control by Josh. You can see he's really strong. You can tell when people have got good core strength when they in scrambles. 9 times out of 10 they're landing on top.
Yeah, really good at the moment. Nice control, keeping that side control. Like we said, the Dungeon guys have got good jiu-jitsu, but at the moment it is all Josh Roberts' control.
There you go. Knee on belly, sit through.
Watch the armbar as well there. Good work to come out that back door though there.
Yeah,
if he can just needs to come through now. He could have come out the other way.
Real time there again. That core strength that you mentioned there, Kane. You could see that there in Josh.
And this is the thing when it comes to grappling. Sometimes people who have got that real core strength, fast twitch fibers, in scrambles, if they're fit, they've got a good chance even against the more technical grappler.
Yeah. Got watch a triangle now. That's a beautiful setup for the triangle. He's got the armbar set in there as well.
He needs to pull that leg down there. He is. He's locked that in.
Great.
Straight away pass now.
Superb work from Kaylen Johnson to get out of that there. Into side control himself now.
Well, Josh managed to hold half guard actually.
Yeah, he's caught that leg, hasn't he?
Yep.
Great work there from Josh.
He's working the sweep.
Be interesting to see what Josh can do off his back now with that strength, like we've already said, and obviously with the good grappling that he's already demonstrated.
Yeah, you sometimes find those guys
like for that Kimura.
Competition. He's going for he used the Kimura for a sweep, and he's trying to set up the armbar, Jamie.
I think that just shows the strength of him, to be honest, with the way he turned him over from the bottom there with that Kimura sweep.
He did, but that's nice defence there from Kaylen Johnson.
I think Kaylen needs to just get this nice and relaxed now and try and slow this fight down to his pace.
Yeah, just bring the pace right down. I think when you've got somebody in secure, look, there you go. When you rush in positions, you just need to secure the position for a little bit. Make sure you've got your opponent secure, and then you can let the strikes go.
Good work here. And that's what we wanted to see earlier on in one of the fights, didn't we? Some more shots from when they're taking the back there. Start throwing some big shots down.
Good round.
Yeah, great start to the round for Roberts. In fact, most of the round was good for him, but I think the way Kaylen Johnson came on towards the end of that round, I think we're going to see a completely different second round from him.
Yeah, it's shown that Kaylen's got, he's got something in the locker. He was able to turn it around at the end of the round. So, yeah, this second round should be good.
I think if you're going off brute strength, you've clearly got Josh Roberts, who's got a massive advantage here. Very strong young man. Some really good wrestling, some good technique as well. But the way Kaylen Johnson came through at the end there, I think we're going to see a lot more of him in this second round. I think it's going to be a different round for me.
I think so. I think what you're going to see is that Josh Roberts again come out fast, that fast explosiveness. But Kaylen is nice and composed with good jiu-jitsu, and I think that starts to come through towards the end of the round.
Yeah, most definitely.
He just needs to weather that first sort of 30 seconds of strength.
You can see at the end, Kaylen was able to demonstrate his jiu-jitsu skills and was able to control the end of the round. So, be interesting to see what happens now. Both fighters look like they're both fit and they're ready to go.
IPC, another fantastic gym with Aaron Abbey in the corner there. Another great up-and-coming gym. They've had 2 titles on ice recently. One of them's been defended tonight by James Cox. So it just shows the standard of that gym, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does. 2 very good gyms fighting against each other here. That was a fast start as well. I thought Kaylen might come out a bit steadier, methodical, but he actually came out with a really fast start. I think his corner probably told him, switch it up a gear.
Good head pressure here.
This is where Josh, these fighters where, like I said, like we were speaking about before, when you've got a good strong core, being able to control the fight against the cage, getting some of that Greco going, being able to keep the fight where you want it to be. That body lock that Josh has got there, now he needs to be utilising that.
You see Kaylen working the underhook, trying to turn him now. It's going to be tough with the strength of Josh.
Oh, nice through the midsection there. Good work from Josh. This is good cage control, this again from Josh. He's certainly showing he's the stronger and the better wrestler of the two.
It's very, very different. What was the grabbing offence? Very, very different styles. Tall and lean Kaylen Johnson. We've got a short, squat, powerful Josh Roberts.
Big long limbs.
It's typical
Kaylen Johnson there.
Typical short fighter versus ranger fighter. There you go.
Sean Shirk style sort of entrance there as well.
He's gone straight in there.
He's got
the dars.
That would have been a nice snatch there from Kaylen.
Good.
The defensive side of Josh Roberts, so his brute strength just drags him out of so many issues, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's able to use his strength to help, get himself back into a decent position. As you can see now, he's driving, he's using his strength. Now he needs to get that takedown.
Don't watch that neck though.
Yeah, he could do with bringing his head into the centre. There he goes. He's got the takedown now.
Great work again. Another fantastic round here for Josh Roberts. Here at ICE FC 18. What are your thoughts on the fight, sir, so far, Kane?
It's an equally matched fight. I can see that Josh has probably got the better of the fight up to now. He's controlled the fight more. Obviously pushing Kaylen up against the cage. He's in top control now. But I can see it's one of them fights that could, in the third round, we could see if it gets there, we could see a turnaround. We don't know.
Well, I think it's a testament to the matchmaking that we've had so many very close fights so far. Every single fight that we've had on so far has been very close, hard-fought fights, tight decisions.
Yeah, and it's down to, you've got Carl Prince, who's making sure that all these matchups are as equally matched as possible. That's the thing these day and ages.
Exactly, and again, a testament to the gyms like SBG, Next Generation, the Dungeon. They're not taking easy fights, they're taking well-matched, even fights.
That's one thing we're starting to see a lot more of now. People are ready to fight. A lot more people are ready to fight anybody this day and age, and I think especially with the amateurs a lot more.
Well, with yourself, you've got a young gym, haven't you, with a lot of young hungry lions coming through there. I think that the way that amateur MMA has gone, it's allowed people like yourself to bring these guys through, rather than throwing them into the deep end.
Well, Kid, talking to the first Tanko show, you put all your guys on. You didn't match any of them easy. It was a very, very tough match fight, and look at the card for the second one. Again, very similar. We've got a gym full of kids who are ready to fight, and that some of them are highly skilled. The majority of them are highly skilled, fit, and they're ready to go. So we believe, especially at the amateur ranks, let's get them in there and let's find out what they're made of. Yeah,
it's the best way, isn't it? But like I say, rather than throwing to the lions like they did 10 years ago when you first started fighting Ian, which is what happened with the pro career, and yourself as well.
And myself as well.
To it yourself, wasn't you? Where now the amateurs are allowing the baseline for them.
Yeah, there wasn't as many people around, so you had to sort of just fight.
Yeah, you had to get what you could them days. So here we go. What was it?
Last round.
Go watch that leg there, but straight locks only in amateur.
Well, I think Kaylen's going to be going for it this round, because I think he'll probably know he's very possibly 2 rounds down.
He may look like Das again here.
Yeah.
And as you can see, like we said earlier, you can tell that Kaylen's got good jiu-jitsu, and he's got a very aggressive jiu-jitsu style. He's attacking a lot. I think he really needs to take advantage of that now, as he is 2 rounds down.
Yeah, he went from the Das to the anaconda there, trying to slip through with it. But good work from Roberts there to try and follow it through.
He really is trying hard. This could tire his arms out though here. He's sort of, you can see him grimacing, trying so hard to tighten it up.
There you go.
And there you go again.
Good sweep though, fantastic
well
sweep there from Kaylen Johnson.
Kaylen really needs to focus on finishing the fight now. This is where fighters have to understand in their mind, look, I'm two rounds down now. He has got good jiu-jitsu. This is the time where he needs to be really aggressive with it and get the win.
his corner will be telling the dungeon guys will be telling him, look, you need a finish. Nice work there from Josh, just defending the pass. He's just not letting Kaylen have his own way at all.
Kaylen really needs to be focusing on passing that guard now.
Yeah,
he needs to pass the guard and get into a dominant position, into a position where he can finish the fight.
He needs to realistically be looking for that submission in this fight now, but it's drawing to a close and it's looking less and less likely here, Kane.
And this comes down to when what people are failing to understand is, I know you have to get your position, but when you're coming down to this type of time, you need to be throwing strikes to let my leg go.
You know what, Kane, I was just going to say exactly the same thing, especially in half guard. You should be firing strikes in to get that pass.
Yeah, and that's the whole aim. People think, I'm throwing strikes, but just anything can put your opponent off, so that you can actually get you know, past the guard and get into the position that you want to be in.
This is good pressure from Johnson, but like you say, he's not going for that finish at the minute. He's not in a position to do so.
Roberts back on top.
Let's see what Roberts can do with it from here now. Be interesting to see.
He's the only one that's managed to pass guard and hold the position. And here he is again. I think this could be the beginning of the end here, really, for Kaylen. He needed to do something this round.
Most definitely.
Johnson's now passed. He's looking to pin the arm to work the strikes.
Yeah, I'd like to see him start maybe throwing some knees from there as well to really try and soften up from the side.
Yeah, well, 10 seconds, and this is a good, strong finish here.
Good, strong finish past that.
For, in my opinion, a good win for Josh Roberts.
Yeah, definitely.
And after 3 rounds of action, we've had to go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 29-28. For your winner by unanimous decision, in the red corner, Josh Roberts. And that's your winner, Kaylen.